Have you ever felt close to someone, listened to her problems for hours, supported her through every emotional storm, and then watched her walk away like you were never important at all? That quiet moment when you realize you were never the man she desired, only the man she leaned on. If that's ever happened to you, stay with me. Let me tell you a story you might recognize. There's a man I once coached, smart, kind, calm. He met a woman who seemed different. She texted him every day, called him late at night, told him things she said she'd never told anyone else. He listened. He gave advice. He reassured her. He stayed patient. Months passed. He felt closer than ever. Then one day she said, "You're such a good friend. I don't know what I'd do without you." And a week later, she started dating another guy. That moment broke him, not because she chose someone else, but because he realized something painful. He was never her partner. He was her emotional support system. Today, we're talking about something most men never want to face. Not because it's shameful, but because it's uncomfortable. You're not her therapist, and when you take that role, attraction slowly dies. Stoic philosophy helps us see this clearly, not with anger, not with blame, but with truth. Let's start with something simple. People bond in different ways. Some bond through shared joy, some through challenge, some through desire, and some through emotional release. When a woman is overwhelmed, confused, or hurt, she looks for safety. Safety feels calm. Safety feels non-judging. Safety feels predictable. You become that space. There is nothing wrong with being supportive. Stoics valued compassion. Marcus Aurelius reminded us to be gentle with others. But there is a difference between support and sacrifice. Here's where many men get trapped. They believe that listening more, giving more, and understanding more will eventually turn into attraction. They think emotional labor earns desire, but that's not how attraction works. Attraction is not a reward for effort. It's a response to energy. When you become her therapist, you position yourself below her emotional world. You react to her. You wait for her moods. You center your value around her feelings. Stoics warned against this long before dating advice ever existed. Epictetus said that when you tie your peace to another person's reactions, you hand them control over your inner world. That's exactly what happens here. You stop living your life. You stop growing. You stop leading yourself. And slowly, she stops seeing you as a man with direction. Let's talk about the psychology behind this. When someone vents to you constantly, their nervous system relaxes around you. You become familiar, comfortable, predictable. Comfort is powerful. But desire needs tension, not drama, not games, but polarity. Think about it like this. A therapist listens without needing anything back. Their role is to absorb emotion. They are stable, but distant. When you take that role in a romantic context, you remove mystery. You remove uncertainty. You remove challenge. And the mind does something interesting. It categorizes you as safe but non-sexual. This doesn't mean she's evil. It doesn't mean she planned to use you. Most of the time it's unconscious. She's regulating her emotions through you, and you're hoping your patience will be noticed. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control. You can't control how someone feels about you, but you can control the role you accept. Here's another story. A man meets a woman at work. She's stressed about her job. She complains about her ex. She talks about her fears. He listens every lunch break. He feels needed. That feeling is dangerous. Needing you is not the same as wanting you. Stoics made a sharp distinction between dependency and desire. Dependency weakens both people. Desire requires respect. When you become the emotional dumping ground, you lose leverage. Not manipulative leverage, inner leverage. You stop being a man with standards. You become a container. Seneca warned that we should never give ourselves so fully to others that we abandon ourselves. Yet that's exactly what happens here. Let's be honest, many men fall into this role because it feels safer than rejection. Listening feels productive. Waiting feels hopeful. You tell yourself, she just needs time. But time without boundaries only deepens the pattern. Here's a hard truth. If a woman is deeply attracted to you, she does not unload her entire emotional chaos onto you early on. She regulates herself. She shows her best side. She wants your approval. When she treats you like a therapist from the start, she's not testing your strength. She's assigning you a role, and roles are hard to escape. Stoicism asks a simple question. Is this relationship aligned with virtue and self-respect? If your energy goes out and nothing nourishing comes back, that's not virtue. That's self-neglect. Another modern example. Late-night calls, long voice notes, endless texting about her problems. But when you suggest meeting, she's busy. When you flirt, she laughs it off. When you pull back, she panics. That panic is not attraction. It's withdrawal from emotional supply. This is where many men feel guilty. They think setting boundaries is cruel. But Stoics believed clarity is kindness. You don't need to explain yourself with anger. You don't need to accuse. You simply stop playing therapist. You redirect your energy into your own life, your work, your body, your purpose. When you do that, one of two things happens. She either steps forward with genuine interest, or she fades away. Both outcomes are wins, because Stoicism is not about chasing approval. It's about living in alignment with reason and self-respect. Let's talk about why some women lean on men emotionally without desire. Again, not all women. People do this. Modern life is stressful. Social media, broken relationships, unclear identity. Some people look for emotional anchors. Men who listen without challenge become those anchors. But anchors don't move forward. Ships do. A Stoic man is not cold. He is centered. He listens, but he does not lose himself. He does not try to fix what is not his responsibility. He understands that adults are responsible for their own emotional regulation. Marcus Aurelius wrote that we should help others when it is reasonable, but never at the cost of our own integrity. So what does healthy behavior look like? You listen, but you don't linger. You empathize, but you don't absorb. You support, but you don't solve. You share your world too, your goals, your values, your direction. If there is no space for that, there is no balance. And balance is where attraction lives. Here's the part most men miss. Being emotionally strong does not mean being emotionally available 24/7. It means choosing when and how you give. Stoics believed attention is a form of currency. Spend it wisely. When you overgive attention, you communicate low value. Not because you're unworthy, but because you signal that your time has no structure. Structure creates respect. Let me say something important. This is not about becoming distant or cruel. It's about becoming whole. Man with a full life does not have endless hours to process someone else's emotions. And that fullness is attractive. If you've been used as an emotional crutch before, don't shame yourself. Awareness is growth. Stoicism never asks you to hate the past. It asks you to learn from it. Next time you feel yourself slipping into that role, pause. Ask yourself, am I acting from hope or from self-respect? Hope waits. Self-respect moves. And when you move, the right people move with you. If this message hits something real inside you, you're not alone. Many men are waking up to this truth. And Stoic wisdom gives us a calm, grounded way forward. If you want more content like this, grounded in ancient wisdom but made for modern life, like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. Your time and attention matter. Use them wisely.